Good morning. I welcome you all to the series of lectures on heat transfer. Today we are going to discuss about how CO2 creates greenhouse effect. See, first greenhouse effect means increasing the earth surface temperature. Earth temperature is nothing but increasing earth temperature is nothing but greenhouse effect. How CO2 increases the earth temperature? That is the point. So lambda into T is the constant. That means if lambda is more, T is less. If T is more, lambda is less. That is the meaning. Lambda into T is equal to constant. It is something like PV is equal to constant for isothermal process. CO2 act as a, these two are the basic points to understand this question, this logic. CO2, carbon dioxide act as a transmitter for high temperatures and low wavelengths, and CO2 act as a opaque to low temperature with high wavelengths. There is no much difficult to understand this one. For high temperature and low wavelength, it is act as a transmitter. It is allows. For low temperature and with high wavelength, it is act as a opaque. It won't allow. That's it. See, this is the sun. This is the earth. From the sun, the temperature is very high. High temperature with low wavelength, low wavelength. So now this high temperature, low wavelength. Temperature is high, wavelength is low, so it acts as a transmitter. So this radiation is allowed. That means this is the CO2. Now CO2 is allowing this radiation to the earth. Now once it strikes the earth, some amount of heat is absorbed by the earth itself, and some amount of radiation is reflected back to the space, reflected back to the air. In the air again CO2 is there. Once this reflected radiation will go and touch the CO2, once it is reflected from the surface of the earth, it becomes low temperature. It becomes low temperature with high wavelength. So CO2 act as a opaque. It is not allowing for low temperatures and high wavelengths. So this is low temperature with high wavelength. Now this CO2 gas is act as like a opaque. Now once this reflected radiation will go and touch the CO2, it is act as like a opaque. It is not allowed to transfer anything. It is not allowed to transfer the radiation. So it is again act as opaque, and it is again reflected back to the surface. This reflected radiation is also again come to the surface of the earth. So the surface temperature of the temperature of the surface is increasing. That means here also temperature is increasing because of the radiation, and it is reflected back, and this reflected back radiation is also again come back because of the presence of CO2, and CO2 act as a opaque for low temperature with high wavelength. So again it is coming back, so the temperature of the earth is going to increase, which causes the greenhouse effect. Thank you very much.